So, head in the right place, check. Shoulders back, check. Belly button even, check. Not going number one. Too late. This is not a shameless plug for my video, How to Lunge, the Definitive Guide. But if you do not watch it in the next 5 minutes, you will wish that you had. 19 things is a lot to have to remember, but this is the beauty of the human body. The brain organizes by area. So the first 3 for the head chunk together, the next 7 for the core chunk together, and so on. All we have to do is practice the chunks and they become second nature. And if you want to accelerate the process even more, you can practice a lot of this without even doing the lunge. The head posture, well, you can practice that all day at work, and that might really help keep the neck ache at bay. The shoulder posture, well, you can do that in your break times and every time you go to lift anything. The TVA and the no number 1 and number 2, well, you can do that whilst you're on the loo, and then you'll actually feel what it is you're trying to stop. If you do the front, side and back plank, 15 seconds each, every morning and evening, you'll get the feeling and actually knock up 2 minutes of core every day. You can practice initiating with the glutes by sticking your bum out every time you go to lift something, and if you work at a desk, then every time you go to sit down. Then, once you're sat down, you can activate low ab and or oblique and or low back in the same way to imprint the pattern for pelvic neutrality. Brushing your teeth, washing up and queuing are perfect times for standing, externally rotating your hips and screwing your feet into the floor. That's what I'm doing right now. Rehearsing this stuff ahead of time means that when you go to do the lunge, the individual parts have been practiced and chunked. It's not 19 anymore, it's 4 or 5. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but which of these sums is quicker to do? And if you're asking, how long till we get there? The answer is normally after about 350 perfect attempts to softwire the pattern. What? 400 reps? Think about it. You can have the luxury of a 14-night vacation on Lunge Island. 4 sessions of 10 times 10 and you're good to go. That's 2 sessions a week, 2 weeks. You come back refreshed and invigorated. Or the 1 week break of 50 reps a day, 25 reps each leg, that's 8 days. And for the real thrill seekers among you, try the lunge challenge of 500 reps in an afternoon. That's emotional. Now, one problem with listening to a ton of detailed information on YouTube from a guy who's not there to watch you do it is that a lot gets lost in translation. What I mean and what you think I mean and what you do and what you think you're doing don't always marry up. Believe me, I've consumed enough YouTube advice to know this. The detail of the information is inversely proportional to the compliance rate. My advice to minimize the YouTube paradox is to get a trusted one to check you when you do it. Explain to them what to look for and they can give you the feedback. Failing that, strip butt naked and do it in the mirror. Clothes lie to you because they hide the truth. And for the stuff behind you, film it with your camera phone and review it. You'll learn quicker and do it correctly if you see yourself doing it. I train at home and so I have the luxury of less clothing when I train. But if you train in a gym, then wear clothing that allows you to see the most important parts. These sartorial wonders are available on Essop's website under the panel Gym Gear, if you're interested. Alright mate, want a few tips? Measure out the lunge to a particular point that you've decided if you're doing anything other than walking lunges. Then you'll go the same distance left and right. Whatever you do on the left, be aware and try and do the same on the right. If you hip hinge on the left and you're more upright on the right, even though they're both correct, you will develop an imbalance. I've watched a lot of how to do the splits videos on YouTube, and it's someone doing the splits. That's not really how to, that's doing. And that's why I haven't bothered to demo it. You watching me do it doesn't mean that you can. You need the right joint, muscle and neural connections to do it. If you have those, then this advice will help. If you don't have that, do the same 19 things, but start shallow as you need to go. And over time, build your strength back over the range of movement. I really hope this helps, and good luck with it. And, question for you, which do you prefer? Slow and steady over the 2 weeks, or banging it out over an afternoon? For the lunges. Let me know below. I'll be moving on to deadlifts next, and that's for anybody who's ever picked up anything in their lives, so look out for that. In the meantime, beat that like and share button like you're making an omelette, and if you're hip to my vibe, then please subscribe. I told you. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.